My straights, my matriarchs, my very few patriarchs. Welcome to another episode of the Millennial Matriarch podcast. If you are on YouTube, you will see that I, Alexis, am joined IRL by Miss ATD.
I'm here. I'm in the flesh. I'm in person with Alexis. We literally have not been in person
In years,
let alone the start of this podcast.
Actually, I remember the last time I saw you in person was right before you moved to Michigan.
Whoa.
You and I went to Lolita because it was like weeks before I moved in with Big E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about him.
Yes.
Oh,
And look, now we're married. Look at that.
And I'm in their beautiful home with their beautiful life and their beautiful dog, who you'll see, who I've made very fast friends with.
Cookie, as you all know, is the third co-host of this podcast, and he is in the room with us. If you are on YouTube, you will see Ashlie and I are sitting on my day bed.
It's ours now.
It's ours. And honestly, it's giving my big comfy couch, and I'm into it. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to start off this episode with a little chin cheers.
Yeah.
Because we have got to drink to one, reuniting, and two, a trip down good old memory lane.
Yeah.
Because ATD is back in her stomping grounds. So we cheers, now we drink. Before we get to the reminiscing of it all.
Yeah.
We ended last week's episode with your concerns about the airport.
Oh, yeah.
And the traveling.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just need to know. Smooth travel. I mean, you made it here.
Yeah. Made it here days ago.
Yeah,
it went well. I worried too much. I overthought the whole thing, but it was fine because I got there super early. I stopped at Vino Volo. I got a glass of Savi B. I finished some work. I went over to a different place. I had a full dinner all before I got on the flight. And would you believe it, fell asleep. And I never fall asleep on planes. So you know what? It was all worth it because I didn't feel that like anxiety of like, oh no, I'm going to be late.
Do you know what's funny? You just described what happens to me when I'm waiting for my flight to when my flight's delayed and I have to like kill time at the airport. You were like, oh, let me tell you, there is nothing better than getting a little buzz at the airport and then running around to all the different airport gift shops, buying books, buying snacks, buying magazines.
Yeah.
I actually do this thing now. I am collecting the $20 airport sweatshirts. So I have one from Boston, one from New Jersey, and one from Utah.
The ones that just say like Boston, New Jersey. That's so funny.
Yeah, I decided I want to start collecting them.
I honestly could have spent way more time in the airport. I was there for 3 hours, but I could have spent way more time. I could have shopped a little, got a little duty-free perfume refill, a sweatshirt. I was thinking they have, if you aren't familiar with Austin Airport, and I don't know that this is unique to Austin Airport, but they have a store called Book People. Is that a chain?
I don't know.
It's called Book People, and it's like, it's not just like, the little like newsstand with the bookshelf.
Oh, it's like
a full
bookstore.
Yes. And they have like the classic airport books, the Colleen Hoovers and all that jazz, but they have like an amazing selection. So I could have spent way more time. I could have gone and bought a book because I didn't bring one with me. So I was kind of thinking I'd get an airport fine. Anyway.
Did you get a book at the airport?
No, I didn't have time at that point.
One last thing on airport books before we, really get into today's ep. I was flying to Amsterdam a few years ago and I had a layover somewhere, and they actually, one of their airport bookstores did this thing where you could have brought the book back after you finished reading it. It came with like a tag, and then you could have like gotten another book at like a discounted rate.
That's so smart.
I still own the book because I didn't finish it, and two, I haven't just been carrying it around because it was not a Hudson News. It was like a very specific bookstore.
So kind of like, hey, you went on your trip, you read the book that you bought here. On your way back, come exchange and like get like another book at a discount.
Yes.
I love that. I love that so much. Because, yeah, I feel like when I do go on, especially those like beachy vacations, I rip through books.
Oh, yeah.
In the summer, I rip through books because all I'm doing is laying out by a pool.
Reading.
Speaking of, spring has sprung here in
I
Boston.
think you brought the weather. I
You're
think you
welcome.
brought the heat. So when Ashley arrived on my doorstep after I screeched when I saw her, I said, last week I was telling you how frigid it was here.
You said bring a jacket.
Today it hit 80 degrees. 80 degrees. So I think
Yeah.
Boston's happy to have you back.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here because there it really is nothing better than I think like an East Coast summer. Granted, we're far from summer, but like there's just this like crispiness in the air. Everyone's more joyful because you don't get this a lot. So like the attitude is different. I went on a long walk this morning and was in a tank top, mind you.
It was
And like everyone was out. Like everyone was just like cheery and happy. So it's like even though I have like some of this good weather back in Texas, like the feeling is different here because everyone's just so grateful for it.
yeah, we're all thawing out. So I need to ask you, I know you're going to be here for the week and you've got a lot of activities planned.
Mm-hmm.
What are you most looking forward to doing?
You know.
Well, I may know, but I mean,
It won't be a surprise to you.
for the people,
Okay, so I'm on the East Coast for like a variety of reasons and seasons and people. I'll be visiting multiple states, but while here in Boston, my thing that I'm most excited for is dinner on Thursday night. Alexis, my sister, and I are going to Barcelona Wine Bar, which if you don't know, which I'm surprised, but if you don't know, it's I hate to call it a chain restaurant
I know, but it
because
is.
it is, but it's a so there's multiple locations across um Connecticut, here in Massachusetts. There's one in Dallas.
Oh,
Yeah, which I've been to, obviously. DC, there's a couple of
really?
locations. Yeah.
I feel like they must, I think they all have a different vibe though.
North Carolina. Yeah, it's obviously the brand is like centralized, but yeah, they all have like a little bit of a different vibe. A couple of friends and I are equally obsessed with Barcelona and like our goal is to like go to all of them, but they
I
keep
love that.
opening up more. But it's a chain restaurant, but it doesn't feel like it. Like to me, like their quality is incredible and it you don't feel like that when you're in their restaurants. But yeah, it's no surprise, Spanish food, tapas style, amazing wine. And yeah, it's my favorite restaurant in the world. And we're going to my favorite location in the world, which is in Brookline. And the reason that it's special for a number of reasons, but the reason it's special to Alexis and I is because when we used to work together, we would go to Barcelona after work very frequently with a couple of other coworkers.
I think the last time I was at Barcelona was with you and our other coworker.
No, you
I
haven't been in years.
Oh no, I just actually the Brookline one maybe. I
That I
had
believe.
been to the South End location,
Yeah,
but I
which
don't think
is
I've
not as good.
it's not as good. And the vibes are honestly the vibes are very South End, which if that's your vibe, that's your vibe.
Yeah.
I like the one in Brookline more. I like that it feels a little more it feels a little more Spain.
Yeah. Do you know I made a do you know I made a massive mistake once? And I'm going to share it with the listeners because I think it's one you should avoid. Do not ever go on a first date to your favorite restaurant
Okay, tell me more.
because if it doesn't go well, it's sort of like it doesn't it sours like like it
Does it?
taints the place a little bit. Like I know for a fact when we go on Thursday, I'm gonna remember sitting at the bar with bleep and making out at the bar with this
Oh,
guy.
oh,
And it was like I shouldn't say it was actually our second date, but I guess my rule is maybe don't take like early days dating to your favorite spots because you run and granted, nothing tragic happened with this person, but like it's just like, oh, now I have a memory sitting there at the bar with this person.
I don't disagree with you. And I also want to say the night Big E asked me to be his girlfriend
Mm,
because he did ask outright.
that's
We
beautiful.
went to one of my favorite restaurants in the city, which is Frenchie. It's a wine bar in the South End.
Oh, I love
And
Frenchie.
yes, and before we went there, I said, listen, this is one of my favorite restaurants. So, like, you just need to know that.
Come correct.
So, come correct.
You get it then.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
totally
saying
get
is
it.
like hey, this is my favorite spot. Like, you better act right. Like, I don't just bring, it's like bringing someone home to meet your family. Like,
Can't just bring anybody.
you can't just bring anyone to your favorite restaurant. And I had a lapse in judgment one time and because it was like convenient and I couldn't think of anywhere else. And so we ended up there.
Did you have a spot where you would bring your first dates when you were in Boston?
That's such a good question. No, if I'm having trouble, clearly no.
I did.
Tell me.
Well, it's closed now, but Bar Louie in Fenway. That.
You and I went to Bar Louie a few
Oh,
times.
well, so one.
Which is also a chain, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, look at, you know what's funny? I tell people all the time, when you're in a city, there's not that many chain restaurants. Yard House, Bar Louie,
Yeah.
Barcelona, Legal Seafoods.
What's the place that's around the corner? Oh my, I'm doing that thing that my mom does where she like hits someone and touches someone
It's okay.
every time.
I'm culturally Italian. You can touch me.
I bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know now that we're in person. What is the place that's sort of like down and around it's on the corner. Is it City Tap? City
Citizens in Fenway?
No, around the corner from, sorry, Barcelona and Brookline. It's like right before you cross over to the beach track.
Oh, the Public House?
No.
I got that.
That's a place I went to on a lot of first dates.
What kind of food?
Like American food. It was like a little it's like sports bar-y. It had has a bottom floor and then a top floor which is partially outside.
And it's not in Coolidge Corner.
Yeah, I guess it's considered Coolidge Corner.
Have I been there with you?
Yeah.
I can see it.
It's red.
Yes.
Yeah.
City Point. Is that what it's called?
Maybe. Anyway, I guess there was a few. That's the guy that had 3 kids. I went there with him.
I didn't know you dated someone who had 3 kids.
Did?
Did I?
Yeah, because the joke, that was like back in the day, that was when like daddy was like a thing. Like that was a term. And then you and I used to joke and be like, okay, but like he's like actual like dad, like father. Like he's a real like
Oh,
father.
okay. You know what? It's coming back.
I don't know what kind of lapse in judgment.
How many dates did you go on with this guy?
Well, a few formal dates.
Did you meet the kids?
And that absolutely not. My dear God, I'm like Libby in Age of Attraction. I'm like the longer we go without it, the better. I'm all set. No, I mean, this person was not someone who I was ever gonna date seriously. But he was, he was a very generous
lover,
sort of. Yeah, he gave me like the most epic compliment that I don't know if I'll repeat.
Listen,
he said that I had the most beautiful vagina he'd ever seen.
That's an awesome compliment. I don't think you should edit it out.
All right, I'll keep it in.
Because I guarantee you, your husband feels the same way.
I mean, imagine if he didn't. And like knowing that some other guy had said that, like he had to up the ante to some capacity.
Honestly, that is a beautiful compliment.
Yeah,
and
it was really nice.
I will say this, when I was in high school, I hooked up with this guy. Any of you who are listening that I went to high school with, you're going to know this story. I have giant boobs, as you know. I also do not have the smallest areolas. And he said to me,
yeah,
I love how big your nipples are.
Oh.
And I said to him, thank you. Don't ever say that out loud again.
Right.
Like,
just
appreciate it. You don't have to tell me. Like, I know, you know that we know.
Right. Like I can tell. You don't have to say.
You don't need to tell me.
Because there is something about like there's a difference between like someone like appreciating it silently and then like vocalizing it. Like you made it weird.
Or just be like, I love your titties.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Give me like a category.
Don't be like, I love your big brown nipples.
There was a guy when
he didn't say big and brown, but that's what they are.
But it's like it went through like the female translation and like that's how you heard it and you were like, oh, don't say that, and it like kind of gives you the ick.
I can still hear it. Like I'm in the back of his car right now. Like I am. I'm there.
I had a guy tell me one time, he was like, oh, I love your body. And like, as someone who has like body issues, like it was too much for me to take.
Yeah,
I was just like, ewy, like, don't say that. Like, just do what we're doing. You don't have to. There's a difference between like dirty talk and then being like very like,
yes,
specific.
I actually say this to my husband all the time. I say, I don't want to feel like I'm in a doctor's office.
Oh,
anything that can make me feel like I'm spread out in a gynecological exam, be under extreme harsh lighting. Like this kind of lighting, this is not
Oh, you're
bedroom
saying you
lighting.
don't want to
Don't.
feel like,
I
okay.
do
I
not
thought
want
you
to
said
feel,
you do. I was like,
no, I
interesting.
do
Where are
not
we
want to
going?
feel like I'm at a doctor's office.
Okay.
So any compliment that you give me, I also better not hear it from my doctor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think the doctor would tell me he loved my body, but
Listen,
I see what you're saying.
also for those of you, I think we mentioned it, Cookie is in here.
Yeah. So you
We're
hear him.
we're gonna see how he does. He was chill, but he just I think
I think he saw a ghost.
he also doesn't want to feel like he's at the vet. He's like,
Sure.
Mom, I get it. Don't
See,
do
I
that.
can't believe someone said that to you. Do you ever like you're sitting down and like it always happens when G is out of town. The house is silent. We, I'm just about to like go to sleep. Like I'm under the covers, my eyes are closed, and they just start going fucking nuts and barking at nothing. It always
Yeah.
happens when G's out of town. And it's not because like I actually think that like there's someone here or whatever, like I don't feel unsafe, but I'm just like, why do the ghosts come out when I'm alone? It freaks me out. No? Is that never
It does. It does happen. But one, I live next to a cemetery. I don't know if you noticed that. It's two up from
I wish you
me.
would have mentioned that before I
So,
came here.
um, the cemetery is like two houses away from me. I am nice to them. So yeah, like when I first moved in, I walked by and I said, "Hi, I'm friend, not foe."
Mm,
Um, one, two, I like to tell myself that if Cookie is seeing a ghost, it's somebody that I know.
yeah.
It's not somebody random.
He's just saying hi.
He's just somebody checking in. But I will say, because I sleep upstairs, and this is obviously my office, and a lot of times when Biggie is out of town, Cookie won't sleep upstairs with me.
Oh.
He will sleep down here in here because I think he likes to like protect, like, he's on the lookout. So there has been many times where he's been down here and I'm upstairs and I hear like a
Yeah.
and I freak out and I do have a camera in here because he hangs out in here.
Oh.
And I'll click on the camera, and 9 times out of 10, he's
Like right now?
that's right there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, he's just barking at the dog next door.
Okay, okay.
But let me tell you, it does scare me. So anyway,
Yeah.
other than Barcelona, which I know is on your hit list, what else are we doing here? I know on Saturday you got together with a friend. Did you do any?
We
Did you do any?
actually went to Providence.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We literally
What'd
went
you do?
their friend who the irony is that I've been to all of this friend's big life moments. Like she's his friend,
Oh, but
but
you're just
like
the plus
I've
one.
been to, yes, I'm the permanent plus one. So like I was
I
at her
love that.
wedding and this was her child's first birthday. So it was like, well, obviously Ashley has to come.
Wait, that's actually amazing.
So we actually went for her child's first birthday and then we just stayed the night in Providence and like, got a
Nice.
hotel and like bopped around to some bars and yeah, that was good. So I didn't really like spend a lot of time here. However, when I got back on Sunday morning, I hit up Pop-Up Bagels, which I know is like basic as fuck, but
No,
there's never been one in like a location I've lived in.
they're actually really good because obviously because I'm from Jersey, I'm a bagel snob. And the
Talking
pop
to a New Yorker,
right.
I get it.
And the pop-up bagels are very good.
Crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the
And the
inside.
cream cheese is so good.
Yeah. So this week they had obviously they always have their scallion cream cheese, which I love. I love the everything bagel.
What's your
scallion
favorite cream cheese?
Scallion cream cheese.
Oh,
Or
okay.
actually, I love a chive,
Ooh,
but
also
I'll
good.
take a scallion.
I'm a garden
It's that.
vegetable kind of girl. Not that you
Whoa,
asked.
really?
I think because my dad always ate garden
What's
vegetable
going on there?
cream cheese. I think I like that it has a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But I do really love a chive.
Yeah, I love a chive.
Love a chive cream cheese.
I love a chive. So I had the scallion, and then this week they had the cake batter schmear.
Oh,
I'm not
oh,
a sweet cream cheese kind of
no,
girl, but it
I
was
would have
actually
been
pretty okay.
done. Did you ever go to
So
Blackbird
yes,
Donuts and they have
yes.
the everything bagel donut?
No, I must have missed that.
It is like I said, it's an everything bagel donut. The outside is savory, but the inside is sweet. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yep. Does Blackbird still exist?
Yeah,
Maybe I need to hit that up.
there's one in Fenway. There's some other locations too, but I
Fabulous.
can't, don't quote me.
But this delves into a big impetus for being here too, which is that like, okay, if I'm gonna be here, like I'm gonna get like all my favorite foods,
Yes.
because it's different,
What is
guys.
better
Like,
here that you can't get in Austin?
I mean, bagels for sure. Obviously, the best bagels are like New Jersey, New York,
Yeah,
but it's a proximity thing. It's like we're close, right? So
yeah,
that's great. Seafood, obviously.
obviously.
Like,
You're gonna get a lobster
I'm
roll?
not saying not that basic, but like I love a lobster roll. Don't get me wrong.
Also,
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
gonna
go out
say
of my way to get a lobster
one
roll.
thing.
Yeah,
Coming to New England and getting a lobster roll is not basic. That's just like what you do.
the standard. It's not. I love a lobster roll, but I'm not gonna like go out of my way to get one.
Fair.
But seafood in general, like it's not that other places you go and the seafood's bad. Obviously, I wouldn't eat it if it was. It's just there is a difference in like the freshness.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
there's no ocean by Texas. Did I sound like an idiot?
no, you don't
Okay.
sound like an idiot. But especially in Austin, like we're landlocked. Like
Yeah.
it's not exactly like catch of the day happening. We're not getting like a fresh branzino at the pond, you know?
You're getting like a rubber boot.
Yeah, but obviously they bring everything in. So I think that does affect quality. So in turn, what's better here is sushi.
Yes.
So there is a place I love. I literally think I've shouted them out on this podcast before in Milford, Connecticut called Momo. I've definitely shouted them out.
Is
That's
this the
so
place that you go for New
embarrassing
Year's Eve?
for Christmas
Christmas Eve.
with my
Yeah.
family.
Yep.
So my mom's like, "Oh, what time are you guys get?" Because we're gonna, drive to Connecticut on Friday, and my mom's like, "Oh, do you guys want to do like pizza or whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, sure." She's like, "Okay, like we'll get Momo." So that's what we're doing. It's like, okay, Ashley's coming. We're gonna get her the thing that she wants.
Yeah.
So seafood for sure, and then what's also better here that I think is slightly unexpected is good, bad Chinese food.
Yes. I
Like,
agree.
I'm
Actually,
talking
I've
like,
never had Chinese food. I've never been to Austin, but I
yeah,
agree. The
yeah,
good, bad
yeah. Like
Chinese food
when
here
you
is
come
good.
visit, like we won't be having Chinese food
Yeah.
because I don't have a single like spot that I go to for
Have I ever
Chinese.
told you my theory on Chinese food though?
No,
When
but I'm
you
ready.
when you crave Chinese food,
Yeah.
you actually crave whatever place that you grew up getting Chinese food
Yes.
from. So like when I first moved here from Jersey, I was like, "Oh, I just don't have like a Chinese food spot
Yeah.
because I wanted where I grew up ordering."
Yeah.
However, I now have acclimated and I do have a Chinese food spot, so all
Yeah.
is right in the world.
It's true. That's another place. I'm like, oh, maybe sometime when I'm visiting my parents, like I'll go to Lucky Dragon. Like Lucky Dragon is the spot.
You
Is
know,
there
you know.
anything special about it? No, but I'm telling you, the food is far superior from that place than it is like anywhere I can get
I believe you.
in Austin. So yeah, that's kind of it. It's like good, I'm talking like sesame chicken, crab rangoon, scallion pancake, fried rice. Like they just don't know what they're doing down in
Really?
Texas. Yeah, they don't know
Not
what they're
good.
like you can
But
go
you
to
know where
like a
you
fancy place. You can
oh,
go to like a great like dumpling place, like a
okay.
fancy elevated,
Specialty.
kind of like what I don't know if it still exists, but kind of like what Red Dragon
You know, they're
was. They're done.
they're
They're
closed.
done, so that's all right.
Oh, you mean Red Lantern?
Red Lantern.
Oh.
Not Red Dragon. See, I'm already,
Wait,
I'm
you
thinking
know
about
what's
I'm
so
thinking about the
funny?
Chinese food place I love.
You said Red Dragon.
And
I
you were like,
said I said they're closed because and then I was like, wait, Red Lantern is closed though.
yeah,
So I was picking up what you were putting down.
yeah,
I
you
was
get it.
locked and loaded.
You get it.
However, you should be getting better Mexican food. That's where the trade-off should
Yeah.
be.
I mean,
Or like
granted,
Tex-Mex.
it's Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can go to like a random food truck and the tacos are
Do
incredible.
you guys have Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
I've
Technically, the closest one is like an hour away. It's like on the way to San Antonio because it's the big like hot. For anyone who doesn't know, Bucky's is like the world's largest gas station. There's a few locations, but not only is the gas station itself huge, but the store that accompanies the gas station is like legendary. Like branded Bucky's snacks. They have something called like beaver nuggets, which is like a caramelized like corn puff thing. You can get barbecue sandwiches. You can get any type of jerky you can think of. It's like so Texas it hurts.
it's like a
But yeah,
department store at a gas station.
you can get clothes, you can get shoes, like you can get any kind of, oh, the soda fountains have like the craziest thing, like combinations. So you can mix like blue
Wait,
coconut with Diet Coke, like
they're already mixed, or they just have a million options?
a million options, and people tend to mix.
What's your go-to?
I don't really have.
You're
I'm
like,
a I'm a I'm a Dr. Pepper girl through and through.
OG. I
So
like
like
purist.
give me
I'm
like
the purist.
I like a DDP, Diet Dr. Pepper
There you go.
anytime. You know, maybe you want to add like a little like something. You know, I've never had a dirty soda. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like with little
like,
cream.
well, I was thinking like what the Mormon wives do in Utah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I've never had one either.
They so not only are they opening a swig in Austin, which I'm sort of excited for, but they actually there's a special and Austin food trucks are like it. Like you want
Thing.
amazing food, like you go to a food truck park. Um, and there
A
is
food
a
truck park.
yeah, it's like a trailer park, but it's food trucks.
I love
And
that.
there's usually like benches and like a little playground for kids. Like people like go to dinner with
Yeah,
their families to food truck parks. And it's great because if you want, you know, pasta, but I want pizza, it's great because I can get whatever I want.
I have never once ordered pasta from a food truck, so it's making me laugh. That was the first thing that came to mind here.
And that's a bad example because as a New York Italian, like that's sacrilege. And let me tell you, the Italian food ain't good either in
No.
Texas. There is one place, shout out Red Ash in Austin, and there's a place called Sammy's, which is like old school, like big chicken parm
They
platter,
know what
like
they're doing.
that they do know what they're doing. And usually when you find food like that, it's because there's transplants. It's because there's old like New Yorkers or people
Yeah.
from New Jersey that are somehow have landed there, so that's why it's good. But overall, it's hard to find. So the pasta at the food truck's not great.
So it's really funny that you say that because I'm going to go on a little aside. I was in St. Augustine for my best friend's bachelorette, and we were told to go to this pizza place. Now, we all said, hey, we are Jersey girls. So
Yeah.
where are you telling us to get pizza in Florida that is like actually good pizza? It was the same thing. It was transplants.
Yeah.
It was like very, very
Yeah.
good. But we were sus. We were like literally I picked up the pizza and I was like,
We'll see.
we are all from Jersey.
Not, I'm gonna aside your aside because you said Florida. It's viral, so like this is not a surprise to anyone, but there is this place in Boca called Vinny's,
Uh-huh.
and they have this like viral chicken Caesar wrap, which is basically like they chop it up in a bowl, like they fine chop all the ingredients together, and then they like stuff it into a tortilla. Like the magic that these people do, like Chipotle could never. Like the magic that they do is like in this giant chicken. It's like a fully chopped chicken. I have absolutely no reason ever to go to Boca Raton, but let me tell you, if I end up there, I'm going to
Vinny's.
Vinny's.
Well, because if you follow Ashley on the TikToky,
Mm,
you know she has been on the hunt for the best Caesar wrap in Austin.
yeah, because we had
So
to pick something that was attainable. We certainly weren't looking for the best pizza or sushi or
true.
pasta in
Stick with what you
Austin.
know.
Yeah.
So Ashley and I are going to be getting the Caesar sandwich from Crush Pizza,
I'm so excited.
which is very good. For those of you who don't know, Crush Pizza is it's a chain pizzeria. There's a few locations, but they have the best chicken Caesar sub. It is chicken fingers, and they also put croutons in it, but the croutons stay crunchy.
It's
Like,
quality.
I don't know what they do. Anyway, let me not hype it up too much because I do have a theory that if you
Yeah.
overhype something, it's never as good. But
Sure, sure, sure.
I do need your rating, and I know
Yeah,
just in general because I you are a little bit of a chicken
yeah.
Caesar connoisseur right now.
I might even record it and do a little like ad hoc, like boop,
Do a little just
a little
like
boop, popped
drive
over to
drive by.
popped over to Boston. That series I think needs to come to an end soon though.
How many have you tried?
7, 8. But the thing is, this trend is happening. So now all of these places in Austin are developing their own chicken Caesar wrap. So there's like more to try. There's like, I think I need to hit like
Wait,
two more I really want to try. And then I'm going to make my own. Spoiler.
oh,
I'm going to make my own. I'm going to take like my
yeah,
favorite elements from all of them and try to make my own and see how it compares to the number one.
yeah,
And we're going to close it off there and move on to something else. What do you think I should try next?
like a
What do you
different
think my
food.
next series should be?
Um,
I'm taking
should it be
a
like a
vote.
taco, a certain
I
taco?
just feel like that is like there's no way. Like it's
But like,
Texas.
no, no, but you get like you try. a bunch of carne asada. Like you pick like
Like
one
specific, and
specific
I'm not a big
taco.
red
I
meat eater,
didn't
so it
know.
would have to be like a.
You could
I'm
pick
just saying
something
that might be
else.
boring. Like people
Fish
have
taco. Oh, I guess if you're not gonna get good fish, then why do a fish taco?
yeah, I don't know. Anyway, drop it in the comments. I'm taking votes on what my next food series review series
Barbecue
should
mac and cheese.
be.
Barbecue? Barbecue something? Pulled pork. You eat
I
pork.
just, I'm just, I
Wait, do
don't,
you eat pork?
I don't.
No.
I'm just not. Well, no, well, maybe. Meanwhile, I had a bacon, egg, and cheese the other day. I'm dabbling. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm putting my fingertip
Okay,
in.
so maybe don't go like on a
But I
whole
would not. But like,
pulled
I
pork
have a really hard
excursion.
time picturing like biting into like a piece of like pork or like pulled pork
Yeah,
sandwich.
we won't do it.
But I'm also like not. I'm difficult. I'm also like not a big barbecue person, which is ironic given
Oh,
where I
interesting.
live. So I feel like going out of my way, like eating a chicken Caesar wrap, like every couple weeks. That's nothing. Oh my God, I'm in love
Cookie
with
and
this.
you are besties now.
I'm in love with this
He's
animal.
gonna try to
I'm
leave with you.
cheating on Tristan Clover. Um,
You're gonna come home and they're gonna know. I always say Cookie can like sense. Like this past weekend, Biggie and I were at one of my best friend's houses and she is three Frenchies.
oh,
And he's met two of the Frenchies. So like when typically when we've come back from there, he's like fine because he's like, okay, I know those dogs.
sure.
She got a new puppy recently, and the first time we went over there and met the puppy and came back home, Cookie wouldn't sit on the couch with us. He's so dramatic.
It was like you cheated on him.
Literally, and the way do your dogs do the inspection where they're like, I'm aggressively sniffing for those
They
of you who
do,
can't.
but um, I volunteer at the animal center like
Oh, so have
usually
they
every
have they
weekend.
gotten used to it?
So I think they got used to me coming home and smelling like
That
dog.
that's good though. That's good.
Yeah.
So you're not getting too territorial. All
Yeah.
right, are you visiting any? Are you gonna be doing any touristy stuff while you're here? Like, are you gonna
No.
head into Faneuil? Gonna
No. No, but I was gonna ask you to really go down memory lane.
let's do
I
it.
was gonna ask you like what were like and obviously this is like Boston specific, but like what were your like go-to spots in college and like then did that change in like your early 20s? Like I feel like things definitely shifted from like club to bar for me and there are places I have in mind, some of which are still open, some of which are not. I'm curious, like what are your like when you think about the memories?
Yeah, Wild Rover.
Oh,
Oh, Wild Rover. Um, Priest and Atlantic Beer Garden, which both are closed. Well,
wow.
because the Seaport is a whole. You actually need to check out the Seaport.
I mean, the Seaport was coming up, I feel like, when I
It
left.
is an
Why
entirely.
would they get rid of the good stuff?
I know it is an entirely different like area down there. You would freaking love it. It's crazy. However, you know
Okay.
what's still hanging out strong down there? Empire.
That was when we either there was Red Lantern and then there was
Empire,
Empire.
which Empire, I was with you that night. It's the first time I actually realized somebody could projectile vomit. I thought that was a myth. Oh,
What?
I think you had just left because you were dating your now husband. And I think he came to get you. We were at Empire one night.
No, because I remember that night specifically. I told him he could come say hi, but I wasn't leaving with him because it was your birthday.
Oh, that's right. So, so he came, but we were talking to this guy, and literally not seconds later after we finished this conversation, he just went and then just turned around and walked out. And security like followed him. But I remember being like,
Into what?
the wall, like just like actually, I didn't know if it was just the abyss. And I was like, I actually didn't know. Like when people say, oh, like projectile vomit, I thought that was just a just
I
you know,
one time saw my little cousin projectile vomit. It went over the dining room table onto the other side. So that's the only reason I know. But
well,
it really can happen.
on that note, anyway, back to the places that likes to go in college. Wild Rover.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh my
Does
God.
Wild Rover still exist?
Yeah, Wild Rover's still there. Um, why am I blanking? Oh my God, I can see it. Oh my God.
Give me a location.
It's around the corner from Wild Sissy K's. Love Sissy K's also on my list. Sissy K's. Um, then oh my God, what was that place that we used to go to that was up the flight of stairs? We did a senior week event there. The cover was
Howl
$10.
at the Moon.
Not Howl at the
Down.
Moon, but that was down. No, not there in Faneuil. Down in Howl at the Moon, yes. Julep, do you remember Julep?
I never went to Julep.
You
Ever,
never
ever, ever.
Julep.
And I don't even know how.
Wow.
I don't know how.
Damn, too bad we can't go.
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Um, are you thinking top of Faneuil Hall?
Yes, like you went up the stairs.
I went there for my 21st birthday.
And
Why can't I remember the
it
name?
began with a T. We had a senior week event there. It was during the day.
We went to a nightclub during the day?
It wasn't a nightclub, it's a bar. It's what we kicked off senior week at. Ned
Our
Divines.
Ned Devon.
It's not a T. It
Is
is
that?
not a T.
Oh my God. You know, when you said kickoff, remember there was so at Suffolk you would do a 100 days till graduation celebration,
Mm.
and whoever in the senior week committee, which was us, would plan that too. So it was like the kickoff, like, hey, we're 100 days out.
Where was that?
That was at Harpoon.
Yes.
That honestly, if I could, there, I miss that so. I spent college years at Harpoon. I spent my 20s at Harpoon. I would go there when I was hungover. I'd be like, we're hungover, hair of the dog, let's go to
Let's go to
Harpoon. And I
Harpoon.
would get a pretzel and a UFO white.
Oh, yum.
Because
I've been
that
to
it still
Harpoon in a
exists, right?
Harpoon.
I know the brewery still exists, but like the tap room, like you still
I'm
go.
pretty sure. I haven't been there in a
Oh,
long
how do I
time,
squeeze that in?
but I can't imagine that that is closed. I can't imagine that that's closed.
I loved it because they had like these big tables and you could like bring a game or whatever. I've actually thrown up in that bathroom a couple times just for how hungover I was. And you could do the tour. They would take you in the back,
Look at the barrels.
look at the barrels, taste a little sample. Yeah.
Um, there's this movie called Drinking Buddies.
Mhm.
Anna Kendrick is in it, and there's also, I think, Olivia Wilde's in it, and then two other guys. It is about like a lot of it revolves like the guys work at a brewery
Mhm.
and they just do tons of things where you see like the beer in the vats. Anyway, I love this movie so much. Big E is like, I don't know why you like it.
Is it an old movie? Like
It's
when did it
not,
come out?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge movie watcher, so the fact that I like this
So
movie at all, well, he's like, there's so many great movies out there, you can't watch them, but you love this one. Like,
I'm gonna watch it just so I can understand like what Biggie means when he says
well,
that to you.
he's literally like,
I'll do
I
some
don't,
homework.
yeah, he's like, I don't know why you like it. I'm like, I don't know either,
I
but
don't
I just
know.
really like it.
That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, that was like going out spots. And then did that well,
Oh,
you
yes.
weren't going to Julep when we were
No,
in
no.
our
Well, I remember it was you, and I think one or two other girls. It was right after we had graduated college. I think it might have been like, I think it might have honestly been like the Labor Day weekend after we graduated. So like obviously like months later.
hmm
Remember, we went to Wild Rover and I remember I got like emotional because I was like, it's different now. Like it's
I
funny
have a
because
bad friend that I don't remember this.
I don't, it's so funny that I like remember it
I
so
feel like I've been to
specifically.
Wild Rover like 3 times.
So I think maybe for you, Wild Rover wasn't like a spot.
Mm-mm. CCK's for sure.
How did I forget Coogan's? How did I forget Coogan's? Oh my God, I was at Coogan's so many Thursday
Mhm.
nights with those dollar drafts.
Never. I don't think I've ever been. You know what? This is
Where'd
all
you
a
go?
lie. This is all a lie. I've probably been and just like don't remember if I'm being totally honest.
I do feel like by
I've
senior
been to
year,
Coogan's. I'm a liar.
you've definitely been to Coogan's. I feel like that's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
But by senior year, we spent a lot of time at Howl at the Moon and Down because you could just like live up the
So,
back.
yes. So, Howl at the Moon down
Yeah,
for sure. Sissy K's for
for
sure.
sure.
My spot was Storyville.
I actually went to Storyville. When I say, I don't think it's open anymore. I went to
No,
Storyville, I think for my, wait, you were there. I had a
I
birthday
was
there.
there all the time.
Yeah, I had a birthday there.
Me too.
Were you there? And like a bunch of people, I think there was like a stabbing that broke out.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Oh, it's tracks.
Wow, Storyville.
And
That was the time.
I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure there was different rooms.
Yes.
And like you would have different music in different
Yeah.
rooms. So it was nice because you could like bop around and like depending on what you were feeling. I got my purse got stolen at Storyville
I'm not
once.
surprised.
Yeah.
Why were you separated
Well,
it from it?
so I was somewhere else. I don't remember where, but I was already pretty heavily intoxicated and I was meeting a guy out. And none of my friends were coming with me, but I was meeting him at Storyville. Which, by the way, like, don't ever do that.
Yeah,
Like,
don't ever
don't
do
ever
that.
like it's different if you're like meeting at your house or like meeting him at his don't ever like meet a guy at another club because I don't know if it was because we were both fucked up, but like I got there and we couldn't find each other.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And so what did I do? I met someone else
There
and
you go.
started making out with that person.
There you go.
But I think that person might have stolen my purse. Like I don't have concrete evidence. I had like a little, it was like a wristlet.
Oh,
Like it
remember
was
the
on the
days.
wristlet. What's funny is I had my phone in one hand and my wristlet on my wrist. And I was making out with this person. At some point, we sat down on like one of those like benches at Storyville and we were making out.
Not the
And
benches.
then, and this is how you know it's bad, it was closing time and all the lights turned on.
Oh no, you can never be there when the lights turn on.
And this person, I don't know what happened. I genuinely don't know what
There's a
happened.
gremlin that came out.
I just looked down and like my wristlet was gone, but my phone was still in my hand. And this was like just as like Uber was becoming a thing. So luckily I had my phone. So I was able to call an Uber. But before I left, I tried to like tell like one of the bouncers, like, someone stole my purse, someone stole my, it's gone. They were like, it's okay, like we're gonna let people clear out and then we'll like search like, now that all the lights are on.
Yeah.
So like we're searching. Someone clearly took it.
Sorry. I'm not laughing at you.
I mean, it's hilarious. I ended up getting an Uber and I remember crying in the Uber,
Oh,
and the Uber driver was so nice.
what they say?
And he was like, I'm so sorry that happened. I was like, oh, so. And then I'm like, how am I going to get into my house? So I was like texting. I think I like, luckily one of my roommates, I think, was up and just
Yeah.
left the door unlocked for me. And then I woke up like at like noon the next day and was like, I had to get a new license. I had to
Oh,
cancel the cards. I had to get new keys because my keys were in
your
it was a
keys.
whole thing.
That is the
But
whole thing.
yeah, why did I go on the tangent? I'm not really sure.
Well, we're just talking about memory lanes, places we went
Memory
in
lane,
college that we still.
Storyville.
So okay, so Storyville, place you went in college, also a place we went post college.
I feel like there was a transition to like it was more bars. So like we spent a lot of time in, I guess, is it Southie, Capo, Lincoln?
Oh yeah, they're still there.
Yeah,
They're never gonna go
which
away.
this is so funny. 2 weeks ago, my sister texted me. She goes, "Oh, have you ever been to Capo?" I said, "Bitch,
Oh God,
bitch."
she hanging out.
I invented Capo.
She hanging out in the capo
I
basement.
think she was just there like one night randomly and was like, you know, the basement with
Yeah.
the singers.
Oh, yeah, I just said capo basement.
Which have you watched Real Housewives of Rhode Island yet?
Yes, I have. I have not watched the third episode yet, though.
Okay, I've only watched the first. The husband, what's her? They all look the same, so don't ask me which one. Alicia. Alicia's husband is like a performer. He's like a Frank Sinatra impersonator performer.
Yeah.
And the B-roll that they show is him in Capo Basement.
I would have to go back and watch
And
it.
now there's TikToks going around and be like, can you fucking believe this guy now being a Real Houses of Rhode Island? Huh? Hilarious.
Oh my God.
So specific, so random.
So
But
funny.
anyway, that's a connection point. It's like the 6 degrees of separation, it's like the 6 degrees of housewives. You can always find one you're connected to.
Can I tell you, I'm loving, I know you've only watched the first episode, so I'm
Yeah.
going to try not to give too much away, but I'm loving that this season of Rory, aka their debut season, they are leaving no stone unturned.
What do you mean? Because I'm not sure how I feel about it.
The first episode, we've got a like essentially kind of like a May December off again part-time relationship with one of them.
That's fun.
We've got cheating accusations. We've got threesomes.
Mhm.
We've got like they're bringing it to us. It's just like this new Ladies of London new regime. First episode, we've got a madam accusation. I'm like, these people, they're not messing around. They're like,
Yeah.
we,
I guess they did. I guess they are bringing the tea,
they are bringing something.
but also I feel like these newer franchises, they're leading with argument.
Oh,
They're not leading with friendship. They're not leading with like it's not like they're it's not a lot of family dynamics, you know, like the New Jerseys or whatever. Like they're just leading with strife. And
oh,
I feel like that is what the new franchises have become. Is there's just boop, argument. Like how quickly can we get to
can we
an
get to the
argument?
fight?
Because I think the first one and this one is like the whole like bottle of wine thing, right? You brought a $6
Oh,
bottle. I'm honestly by the end of this first season, I will master the Rhode Island accent.
You're
when
good
I'm
at accents.
my sister and I, if you know, you know, Gary, Gary. That's the name of one of the husbands. And it's like, it's such a specific, it's like New York accent
Well, you
or
know
like
who
Long
I hear
Island.
when you say that? I hear Jill Zarin.
Jill Zarin, a little bit of that. It's
Yeah.
like a little bit of like Long Island accent mixed with perhaps Massachusetts with like a nasal. It's like, ah, yeah, gap, yeah. There's just like a husband named Gary, and like the way she says his name is fucking hilarious. And I just keep yelling it around my sister's house while I'm busy. Also, like, I just want to mention, like, while we're on the topic of clubs, is like when you live in a city like Boston,
Yes.
it doesn't matter that it's winter.
Meaning.
Like you are going to the club in this particular scenario, like in your bandage dress, and you will stand on
Yes.
line to get into said club without a jacket, even when it's 13 degrees outside.
Okay, I have a great story.
Tell me.
And I'm also just simultaneously coordinating our dinner order, so
I love
just know.
I love and appreciate that so
Um,
much.
I remember when I came to Boston to look at Suffolk, I actually interviewed at Suffolk. So I looked at it over the summer and then I interviewed there in the winter. And I remember watching these girls in like it was January, watching these girls in little short dresses and like little thin jackets. And I was with my dad. And my dad said, and I was like, "Oh my God, Dad, look at like golf and no tights, just like skin, bare legs." And I was like, "Dad," and, like I'm bundled. I was like, "What is going on?" And he was like, "Don't worry, you're going to be one of those girls." I was like, "Dad,
Uh,
no, I will
I'm
not
glad he gave it to
bet
you straight.
your ass I was.
Mm-hmm.
Bet
But you're out.
your
And this is the day,
was."
this is the time of, yeah, the bandage dress, the chunky heel, like the Jessica Simpson platform chunky heel. It's
Oh,
like you weren't going to the club in like cargo pants and sneakers like I don't know what they're doing now, but allegedly that's what's happening. Like you were going in full glam. So imagine that in 13-degree weather. I remember one time I went to tequila, one time, 2,500 times went to Tequila Rain.
R.I.P. Tequila Rain.
And I had this like terrible habit of opening a tab and then forgetting my card.
Oh no.
This was back in the day where they didn't just swipe your card, they kept your
They kept
card.
your card.
And some places still do that, but like they kept your card behind the bar. So if you left and didn't close, like you didn't go to close your tab, you didn't get your card back. So what would happen? I would have tea many martinis and I would dip. I would just Irish goodbye my debit card. So there was one time we were with a bunch, you weren't, I don't think you were there, but I was with a bunch of like my like RA friends
Yeah.
at Tequila Rain, ended up dipping out. And then there was a blizzard that happened the next, like overnight. And I don't know why, but I felt like, but like I needed to go get my card and like trudging through the snow and I couldn't like, and Ubers weren't a thing at that point. So like I couldn't get a cab and I like, I don't know. I begged and pleaded for a couple of friends to come with me. There is nothing more demoralizing than having to wake up the morning after a bender and being hung over and shaky in your sweatpants, rolling up to the club slash bar you were at the night before to ask them to get to grab your card. Like there's just like it's
You're like,
fucking worse.
this is
It's
not what we need
it's
to be
the
doing.
absolute fucking worst. So I don't know what made me. I think the cold made me think
The
of that,
cold.
of like having
Yeah.
to go back in the blizzard to get my fucking debit card. And I did all like everyone was like, Ashley, like we need to have an intervention. Like enough
You
is
just like
enough.
constantly
Like
we're
at this
closing it
point, like
out.
I'll pay for your first drink. You stop opening. Stop. Don't keep it open. Buy one drink, close the tab, put it in your fucking purse. I don't know. Hot mess.
For real.
Did you have a fake ID
I did.
the whole time, like all throughout college?
Well, I turned 21 my junior year, so
Oh, see,
no.
I didn't turn 21 till the summer before my senior year.
Oh, because yeah, you're a
I
baby.
suffered.
Yeah. That
I
little
think
Leo.
I think I've told the story of me. There was like a New York club one time, like on New Year's, and
Oh, you and all your friends were
yeah, we
passing
like
direct.
swapped it. But
Yeah.
to be honest, like that was
Like
the thing for
four
me. I
different.
never had my own fake ID. I had a friend actually from home who ended up going to Suffolk, and so she was a year behind me. But she had a fake ID, and sometimes we would meet up and go out together, and we would share her ID. Or
I had a friend like that.
some nights she would go out and some nights I would go out and she like was going somewhere where she didn't need an ID and like I would take it. Like we like had joint custody.
Yeah. I would love to find my fake ID. It was from Illinois.
Oh. And did she look like you or
Oh,
was
no,
she
no, no,
you?
no, no. This was the legit fake ID.
You went in it with your picture.
Yeah.
Wow,
It
that's
was a
quality.
it was a legit, I mean, but you couldn't scan them. So like, which I do have to
Did you ever
say,
have one taken away?
I had never had one taken away, but I did have somebody once say, we don't take those here, and they gave it back to me and left and like
That's
let me leave,
kind.
which was really kind.
That's very kind.
But I do have to say, I'm very fortunate that before we like, Boston is a city, and I feel like in general, much more scans things way more now. I'm so thankful we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Like I remember, what was that place in Chinatown that would do the kamikazes?
In Chinatown?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I went there a lot because either they didn't care about your ID or they were very loose at that. You know what?
Should we
If they
tell
were
people?
if they were, let me not like,
Yeah, don't dox
yeah,
them.
let me not
Should we
dox
tell
them.
people like what Hong Kong is?
Yeah. I mean,
There's a place in Faneuil Hall called Hong Kong.
there's like multiple locations
There's multiple locations. Sorry, the one I'm referring to is the one in Faneuil Hall, around the corner from Sissy K's, it's like between Wild Rover
in
and
Sissy
Sissy K's,
K's.
and it's kind of like a karaoke bar,
Yes.
and you go there and get hammered, and then there's a guy that walks around with a bucket of chicken skewers.
Can I tell you?
Chicken skewers. So you could have a fucking vodka soda in one hand, a mic in another, and then you could be like, wait 1 second, let me pull out $1 bill to grab me a chicken skewer. Guys, I shit you not, a
Ashley,
bucket of chicken.
do you not understand how many nights I went out in Faneuil Hall, did not go to Hong Kong, went in there to get a snack, and left?
Right. You weren't there for the
Oh,
bar experience. You literally just got the snack. Yeah, 100%.
do you know what did me dirty in college?
Oh no.
Street meat.
Yeah.
Those Philly cheesesteak carts
I gotta
would
tell you,
get me. They were,
I've never tried, and I guess I was lucky.
I had such a, I would say to my friends throwing out, I'd be like, don't let me do it.
Don't
Don't let
let
me
me
do
do
it.
street.
And then I'd get
And I
one.
know I'm
And then I'd
picturing
get,
it.
yep. And then I'd get one and I would eat it at the same time. And I'd be like, we're not going to talk about it. We're not talking
Right.
about this.
Oh, you know what? I- thank God that like not that I had the funds anyway.
Wait, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
While we're talking about drunk college eating,
Yeah.
Pompeii, they're not open anymore. Pizza,
Uh,
arancinis,
uh,
oh, aka they also do the big rice balls.
big rice balls. Um, yeah, New York pizza. It
I
was
think they're still
called
open.
New York
Yeah.
pizza. That was my spot. But I was gonna say, thank God that like Uber Eats wasn't a thing or like DoorDash or anything like that because of the little money I did have. Like I'm so like I would have been drunk ordering. Like that wasn't an option then. So
Wasn't
you
an
did
option.
street meat, you went to Pape, you went to New York Pizza. Like there was like a select few places that were open really late so that you could have like late night bites. Oh God. Speaking of poor.
Speaking of poor, I was about to say, speaking of hungry,
I was just reflecting on like the shitholes I used to live in. Like I and we've talked about this before. I was an RA for
how many years?
two, my junior and my senior, which meant that I got to live on campus, which I wouldn't say I shouldn't say got. It wasn't like, ooh, so exciting. Like I lived in a
Well,
shoebox.
most people were kicked off campus. So,
But I didn't have to
yeah.
pay to live because you got free room and board when you're an
Yeah.
RA. But it was kind of like weird because I had this obviously a portion of friends that were moving to off-campus apartments and like living that like very like you being one of
Yeah.
them, like living that very like exciting independent life. And Suffolk is a dry campus, which I think we've also talked about, which meant that like it wasn't like, oh, just because like I had this room, like I couldn't have, I mean, did I have friends over to split
Well,
the bottle of
yes.
Svedka? I absolutely did, but like you weren't so it was very limiting, so that wasn't that kind of like sucked, but it was super exciting when I finally got to like go out on my own, but I had no money. So I lived in some great
Squalor.
ass places.
Squalor.
Yeah. Like just like and a lot of
I
like
think that's a rite of passage, though.
yeah, and a lot of Boston is obviously like old historic buildings. So I think that also adds to it too, is like when you're like you
Yes,
don't have a lot of money, you're kind of living in like a place that's like, haphazard. And then it's like a really old place. So like it just always was like it always even if it wasn't dirty, it
always kind of
feels
felt
dirty.
dirty.
Yeah, that was a bummer. And then we've definitely talked about this before, like even like the the guys' houses that I dated, like
Ugh,
ugh. Like at least I was trying to like take care of my spot and like make
I
it
know.
like semi-livable, but they were
Ugh,
not. But yeah. Oh, good times.
good time.
I get so nostalgic when I'm here. So I
That's why I
love
was
that we
like,
talked
we
about this.
had to do just
Yeah. Even just like when I'm like walking down the streets, I'm like, yeah, I peed in that corner. I used to go to that place. It's so nostalgic.
well, I think this is a perfect place to wrap it because
Yeah,
we need to eat dinner.
sure do.
Cookie is trapped and
He wants to get
he
out.
can't figure out how to get out. So, if you want more of our daily chaos, hot takes, and semi-responsible wisdom, follow us on social. The Millennial Matriarch Pod is at the Millennial Matriarch Pod on Instagram. Ashley is at Millennial Mind of Ash, one word. I am Alexis at the underscore millennial underscore matriarch. We're on TikTok and Instagram serving questionable decisions, comforting truths, and the occasional wait, am I the drama? Spoiler alert, yes, always yes. For more episodes of the Millennial Matriarch, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Substack, and on YouTube, which please watch this episode as Ashley and I cuddled on the little daybed. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Until next time, drink some water, trust your gut, take a fucking trip down memory lane, and remember, you're the matriarch of your own fucking castle. Act like it. Love you, mean it. Bye.
Bye.